Oh my God. Okay, we're back. We're so back. See, everyone's having fun. Oh, thank God. Thank God, dude.
And it didn't take long for Musk to respond, taking to X to say, without me, Trump would have lost the election. Dems would control the House, and Republicans would be 51-49 in the Senate. Such ingratitude. And that was all it took to get the back and forth going. President Trump threatening Musk's government contracts, writing on Truth Social. The easiest way to save money in our budget, billions and billions of dollars, is to terminate Elon's governmental subsidies and contracts. I was surprised that Biden didn't do it. And in another post, Elon was wearing thin, wrote Trump. I asked him to leave. I took away his EV mandate that forced everyone to buy electric cars that nobody wanted, that he knew for months I was going to do. And he just went crazy. It did not stop there, though. Elon writing, time to drop the really big bomb. Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. That is the real reason they have not been made public. Have a nice day, DJT. Seems a Rubicon that Elon Musk has crossed, that it appears it's hard to see a path forward for these two to repair their relationship. This is not a story that anyone was looking for. Perhaps somewhat predictable with two big personalities.
Bro,
You haven't spoken with
they're talking
yet,
like
right?
their dads. They're talking like two gay dads are divorcing. President Trump on Elon Musk. Elon has never asked me for a thing. I mean, I got rid of the EV mandate, but he's never asked me for a thing. I think that's an amazing attribute. Elon is a patriot. We want to thank you very much for the job you're doing. So here's the thing. Okay, Elon just retweeted this just now, literally 3 minutes ago. Oh, he did this again. The relationship between Trump and Epstein is well established. Trump flew on Epstein's plane at least 7 times, though it's not clear he ever went to the island. Here's what Trump said about Epstein in a 2002 New York Magazine profile. Obviously, we know that Trump has been connected to Epstein and has like even said stuff about Epstein as well. Elon Musk is highlighting that once again. JC Medlock, when Patriot Josh 11 speaks on Sun Tzu tactics, I sit my White House down and listen. Strategic deception, Elon versus Trump, the feud that isn't. To the untrained eye, the current feud between Elon Musk and President Trump might appear to be yet another case of ego, ambition, or ideological friction, because it is. It's that stupid. But these guys have to do 5D chess, okay, on everything that their dumbass, narcissistic man-baby idols engage in. But to those trained in the military strategy, psychological warfare, and counterintelligence operations, this is a textbook execution of Sun Tzu's cardinal principle: appear weak when you are strong. Let's dissect this. Elon Musk, arguably the most powerful civilian technocrat in the Western world, launches a public poll proposing the creation of a new centrist political party. Meanwhile, Trump, the architect of the modern populist revolt and the face of the MAGA movement, criticizes him openly. The media predictably bites the bait like starving fish, amplifying the schism. But here's the truth. This is an orchestrated psyop, a strategic feint designed to lure the deep state into a false sense of confidence. Why? Because ammo, both literal and informational, is scarce in the information war. Patriots want the enemy to expand it all prematurely. Psychological Warfare 101. The brain seeks a binary conflict. When two icons appear divided, dopamine surges and tribal loyalty increases. The deep state sees division. They relax. Meanwhile, behind the curtain, full spectrum coordination. Trump and Musk are running asymmetric information ops, allowing the enemy to believe the internal fracture exists just long enough for them to drop their guard and go all in. Yeah, dude. Elon Musk tactically is calling Trump a pedophile, and also that he should be impeached. Real tactics here, okay? Yeah, that's right, you simpleton. You thought that Elon Musk was calling Trump a pedophile because they're both narcissistic, thin-skinned man-babies. Turns out, Otacon, there's something more severe at play. He's tactically calling Donald Trump a pedophile because the lolly-lule-lo are actually in charge. Real Alex Jones says, God help us all. Oh my God. This should be Alex Jones's payday. And yet he is such a charlatan and he's such a charlatan and such a man of the state that he can't even actually talk about like all of these conspiracies. Yeah. No, God is helping us right now, Alex. Alex Jones says, God help us all. It is. God is helping us all finally. Holy shit. After 6 months of endless back and forth, endless domination from right-wing reactionaries and fascists, finally we get something, anything. And the Democrats, of course, predictably did nothing to cause this. And it happened exclusively because these people are man children, literally man children. Steve Bannon, who has been one of the most vocal critics of Musk for months, said he is advising the president to cancel all of Musk's contracts and launch several investigations into the world's richest man. They should initiate a formal investigation of his immigration status because I am of the strong belief that he is an illegal alien and he should be deported from the country immediately, he said in a phone interview with me. Bannon said the Trump administration should also investigate Musk's drug use, as reported by The Times, and his effort to get a classified briefing on China from the Pentagon, which was also reported by The Times. Bannon said Musk's security clearance should be suspended during these investigations. Oh, I'm nutting. Meanwhile, the Tesla stocks are still crashing. Tesla investors were rattled by escalating tensions between Elon Musk and Trump, and the company's stock plunged, wiping billions off the company's market value. Oh, so good. Tesla's shares slide as Musk feuds with Trump. President Trump said on Thursday that Elon Musk was upset about the repeal of an electric vehicle tax credit, a claim that Mr. Musk swiftly rejected. Tesla investors were rattled on Thursday by escalating tension between Elon Musk and President Trump, and the company's stock plunged, wiping billions off the company's market value. Shares of Tesla fell 15% in the afternoon trading after Mr. Musk, Tesla's chief executive, ramped up his public criticism of the House Republican domestic policy bill, calling it an abomination. The move is set to wipe out more than $100 billion from Tesla's roughly $1 trillion valuation. A dispute over the policy bill spiraled in a matter of hours into a broader rupture in Mr. Musk's relationship with the president, raising concern among investors about how the tensions might harm Mr. Musk's businesses. Remember, when Elon Musk purchased Twitter, I told you that this was inevitably going to happen because more and more people were going to be increasingly annoyed by him, and that the key man that Elon Musk is for Tesla, which was initially seen as an asset, would very quickly turn into a liability because the entire stock prices rely on just people believing Elon Musk, and whenever he lies, that and also obviously all the institutional investors that have pumped up the stock that now have too much investment for this stock to crash, because if it does, then all of a sudden their stocks are going to come down as well. What more?
Giving Epstein his personal attention.
It is kind of crazy because, like, Elon Musk doesn't have motion like that, but he does have an entire social media platform, and he can at least use at least all of Trump's enemies right now, myself included, people like ourselves, to really try to attack Donald Trump as aggressively as possible. Kanye, Elon, Trump, 10/6/2022. Incredible stuff. Incredible things are happening. Charlie is still licking Elon boot despite being unfollowed. There will be a lot of fighting and attacks in the days to come, so I just want to say something at the outset. We should never forget how terrible the environment was online prior to October 2022. No matter what happens, I'm grateful that Elon Musk bought X and liberated free speech in America. His contribution to America and the civilization from that alone is immense. Oh my God. Oh my God. Is this a leaky faucet? What's going on? Are there rats? This is a major Elon booster. Why isn't JD tweeting? Yeah. Elon Musk unfollowed Charlie, and Charlie is still writing him. Marjorie Taylor Greene replies, says, yes, you are right. And we have seen the highs and lows before. And I am thankful at Elon Musk bought Twitter and gave me my account back after I was permanently banned. And I am also glad we won the election and Trump is president. Now we have to work it out and continue to MAGA. Real Candace Owens comes out as pro-Trump. Trump is implicated alongside and I knew it, but I didn't care because we were friends is not the flex you think it is. Wait, no, this isn't even pro-Trump. This is anti-both. The shocking take here is that this is correct. This is a correct take. Candace Owens has, oh my God, what is happening? Candace Owens has hit a correct take here. This is literally attacking Trump and Elon. This is the hell has frozen over. Hell has frozen over what's going on. Oh my God. Not one to like on this tweet at Dana White. It has me dying. Dana, what's going on with Elon and Trump? Will they be sitting together on Saturday? This guy's asking the real questions. Oh my God. Think about it. This is a huge part of the right-wing apparatus. Without Twitter, what does the right even look like? I think I have here's what I think, okay? I have this sneaking suspicion that Twitter in the long run is not going to be beneficial for the right, but it's actually going to be negative for the right. What do I mean by this? Twitter has caused this immense echo chamber, made Republicans believe that their insane statements and their insane points of view, no matter how radical, no matter how ridiculous, no matter how racist, is actually popular. It's not. It is a consequence of the algorithm that Elon Musk designed that these ideas come across as popular. Now, does that actually have the capacity to change political discourse? Absolutely. It has changed political discourse even on this platform. It is, I would go so far as to say, like, the likes of Asmongold becoming the top political content creator and things of that nature are directly related to Twitter, okay? They are directly related to Twitter because Twitter is one of those social media platforms that works with all of these other social media platforms, right? So it has, if you tune up neo-Nazi statements to 11-on-1, all of these other platforms also respond to that, okay? In ways that are more significant than even Facebook, because Facebook is like more isolated, I would say, than Twitter, okay? Twitter seeps into Reddit, Twitter seeps into Twitch, Twitter seeps into TikTok in ways that Facebook does not. Facebook's user base is international and very old, okay? So Twitter has unironically changed political discourse permanently in this country, but it's also created this this vacuum of information that causes Republicans to legitimately believe their own bull, that their own bull is actually popular when it's not. The average person still to this day, I believe this in my heart, the average person still to this day finds a lot of the stuff that gets incredible amounts of fanfare on Twitter repulsive. Do you understand what I mean? This has caused Republicans to believe that their shit is actually popping. This, paired up with the marginal electoral victory that they had over the Democrats, caused them to lean in to their insanity. Okay? Lakshya Jain has a correct political take. Hell is freezing over. On the whole, welcome Elon back to the Democrats thing. I think people are overlooking how he is perhaps the most toxic, high-profile political figure in America. Exactly. He's permanently burned bridges with people across the spectrum. That's not going to go the way people think it will. He's right. I can't believe I'm saying this, but Lakshya Jain is right. So the abundance girlies are fighting as well. Because the reality of the matter is, as I said, he was a political loser, an incredibly toxic figure, even with the Trump base pumping him. He was even toxic for the Trump base. It's so unimaginably stupid to welcome him back with open arms to the Democratic Party. But it's also expected because Dems are losers. That is perhaps yet another example that Twitter is not real life, by the way. That is perhaps yet another example. Here is Manu Raju reporting live from Mike Johnson, Michael Penis, holding a press gaggle. This just happened 7 minutes ago. Let's take a look at what he had to say.
Secure, making energy dominance a big thing again, and that's what our bill's going to do, and that's what I'm focused on, and the really important things in life. Okay, this is my chief of staff, baby.
He said that you've changed. He criticized.
Elon said I've changed.
He said,
no.
yeah, you used to be concerned with a deficit. You no longer.
I responded to that. I'm the same guy that's always been a deficit hawk, and now I'm the Speaker of the House. And
Asmold doesn't know what to say and who to side with. He's breaking law. Incredible. Oh, I love that.
I'm working on a multi-step plan to reverse the fiscal insanity that has haunted our country. We're going to get back to.
Why is that demon holding a baby?
And this is the first step of many. It's a multi-step process. We have to get the big, beautiful bill done. It's a historic step forward. And I know, right? I know. And I mean, look, we're going to say.
He said that he deserves credit for winning the House. And do you give him credit for that?
As somebody who traveled nonstop last year to win the House majority, I don't think any one person deserves credit. But if there is one person, it's Donald J. Trump.
House
Okay?
Republicans for months have reviewed.
Someone said he packed the lunch. Yo, you guys are nasty. Not even someone. Like 100 people said that's his lunch. Oh my God. Okay, we're back. We're so back. See, everyone's having fun. Oh, thank God. Thank God, dude. Thank God these ugly, narcissistic, egomaniacal fighting in broad daylight. Oh, hell yeah. Oh my God, the Fox 5 is live. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
He is the first person in the Republican Party to win the popular vote in 20 years. He had the highest raw vote total of any Republican nominee ever in the history of the party, increased double digits over the last 4 years among Latinos, Black, and young people. No amount of money bought that. What bought that was a movement. And Elon Musk had to decide, I'm either going to fold into this or go away from this. And he chose to go away from this. I think it's a sad thing to see. I agree with you, Greg. I don't want to see the adults fighting, but I do think this was predictable.
Well, Harold, what are your Democrat friends saying about what looks like a breakup at the moment?
So, Sandra, I'm glad you're here and glad Kaylee's here. My Democrat friends are disappointed too. No one wants to see this. I don't think this is a Democrat or Republican thing. We should just call it for what it is. The adults are not in charge. The president did benefit from Mr. Musk. If you go back and replay and we talk about the things that we say on this show, we were right on border security. We were right on the cognitive decline of the president. And we thought we were right about this relationship with the two of them. I'm hoping, I agree with you, this is not a partisan thing, but I hope they're able to repair this. For the richest person in the world who happens to live in America and has dual citizenship, I think, but here in South Africa, and for the president of the United States who had a relationship a year ago, they were the greatest of pals. And for the world to see this is just simply not a good thing. Two, he said two things, Mr. Musk did, and the president said another thing, but Mr. Musk said that he was responsible for this win and responsible for the Senate and the House. It was interesting the way he said that. I don't know if I agree with him on that. I think you make a good point, Kaylee, but we're going to see what he means by that. Then he said something else. He said, the president's only around for 3.5 years. I'm around for 40 years. Now, I take that to mean to those in politics, Democrat and Republican, that I'm going to be a kingmaker, continue to be a kingmaker in politics. And then the president said that he would cancel some of the contracts, that the way to save money would be to cancel contracts. I've never been one to think that the president was totally consumed by revenge and retribution. Not in my party, and others have said it. I think at times he's human. He's got flesh, so he wants to punch back at people who punch him. But why, if you really believe, we said 8 weeks ago, 12 weeks ago on this show that but for Elon, we wouldn't have a space program. But for Elon Musk, we might not have the ability to communicate around the globe like we do. And certainly Ukrainians wouldn't have been able to do what they did against Russia, but for Starlink. I've sat on this show and we bragged about his prowess as a technologist. So I just hope to Greg's points, I agree with you. I hope they're able to dial this back and de-escalate, because we may be motivated by different reasons, but I don't like it because it's not good for the country. It's not good for how we look around the globe. But I got to tell you, there are some of my Democratic friends, Sandra, who are saying, let them fight. Just like they're just going with the old political kind of thing. If my enemy is fighting with the enemy, then it's okay. And then remember, Elon was a Democrat for a long, long time. So, and last, I don't mind the travel ban, but I do. It's interesting that Egypt is not a part of it, and the guy was from Egypt in Colorado. And as we talked about before, I wish they'd start tracking people who want to learn how to build Molotov cocktails online. If you go and try to build a bomb, we should know who you are. I can't buy Robitussin at a drugstore.
They already moved on. They're talking about how we have to stop access into the country. I wish Jessica was here. God, I can't believe they don't bring Jessica. I can't believe they don't have Jessica Tarkov on when this is her opportunity to pop off.
Between the purist and the pragmatist. I don't like it. I want it to stop. I want to tell them, if they're both watching, knock it off. We're done with this. This is an incredible moment for our country. It's awake. It's optimistic. It's on board with the golden age. Don't sabotage it with a self-inflicted feud. You know, don't let the Dems get back up from the floor where they belong.
Going with this.
Well,
they're doing couples counseling for them. What is this? I know Kamala somewhere laughing her ass off. Don't think she knows about the news. Just think with all the pills, you know how she is. Now, Steve Bannon, who is also a monstrous, repulsive individual himself, has already said Elon Musk is an illegal immigrant that should be deported. And he also now is saying nationalize SpaceX, bring it under NASA.
He's a know-it-all. He knows some engineering. Don't get me wrong. I give a hat tip for that. But he doesn't know anything about the real world. Doge was, and for any fanboys that still exist, While you're wrapping up in your cape tonight, understand on Doge, he didn't find any fraud. There's plenty of fraud out there. He didn't this is President Trump's first complaint. Was this all BS? Right, with the Doge. The act that President Trump should be.
I'm an immigration attorney, and it's more complicated than he can deport Musk, but he could at least pursue denaturalization and start a long process. First of all, I think as an immigration attorney, you and I both know that Donald Trump has been doing whatever the he wants to do regardless. So none of the existing laws matter. Even if Elon Musk did not have his blemish on his record, he could still possibly get, penalized by the Trump administration for nothing, for no reason other than he pissed off Trump. But you're right. It would take a long, lengthy process if it was done by the books. I'm just saying that there is literally a legal opportunity in the books, because if you even get naturalized, okay, if you get naturalized, but at some point in that naturalization process, even after you got naturalized, if they find out that you lied at any point in your naturalization process, they could kickstart the process of denaturalization. Good point. Yeah, they don't give a about the law as is. Would be fascinating shit show if they have Musk versus Trump in the courts. I don't think he's going to happen.
Be taking immediately, I think, when he threatens to take one of the big programs out of SpaceX. President Trump tonight should sign an executive order calling for the Defense Production Act to be called in SpaceX and seize SpaceX tonight before midnight.
Ham and fist.
Know anything?
Thank you for the 20
gifted. He knows some engineering. Don't get me wrong. I give a hat tip for that, but he doesn't know anything about the real world. Doge was, and for any fanboys that still exist.
Kicked up butt. Thank you for the
while
10
you're wrapping
gifted.
up in your cape tonight, understand on Doge, he didn't find any fraud. There's plenty of fraud out there. This is President Trump's first complaint. Was this all BS? Right, with the Doge. The act that President Trump should be taking immediately, I think, when he threatens to take one of the big programs out of SpaceX. President Trump tonight should sign an executive order.
He's right. The world stands on the brink of total destruction. Now you understand the pain in Dan Bongino's eyes. When you see him on any public media, he knows. He knows the reason E's list won't drop. He knows the assassination was faked. He knows the level of grift with the foreign money and Middle Eastern countries. Sad to see. No way did Alex Jones respond to that with a maybe. What? Oh my God. It's actually kind of crazy because I think there was some suspicion that Elon Musk was funding Alex Jones. He definitely entertained the prospect when he got this when he got the major lawsuit slapped on him with $1 billion defamation suit with $1 billion in damages. I'm pretty sure Elon Musk was talking about oh my God, it's real. I wonder if he's like I wonder if he's in this unique conflict of interest as well, because like the Republicans have been so invested in defending rich people. The Republicans are so committed to defending rich people, and some of these rich people like Elon Musk have basically put their tentacles into every orifice of the Republican media ecosystem, but they're also they love Donald Trump. Donald Trump is their here. Elon Musk's X is stepping into the legal fight over InfoWars. Experts say it's unprecedented. So he's in this unique predicament. You guys are being way too mean. Can we give them credit? They made it almost 6 months without killing each other. I didn't think they'd last a week. Republicans have to defend Elon Musk because Elon Musk is a major funder. But they also love Donald Trump because Donald Trump is their god. This is a real problem for so many Republicans. I wonder what this will do to the polarization within the base of the sport. It's fantastic.
Trump, and I really like Elon. This is just a really crappy scenario right now, and I really hope these two can patch these things up, because I think Elon took a low blow by tweeting that, quote, DJT was on the Epstein client list. I mean, something that he knows can't be immediately verified. Also, if Trump was on that island doing something illegal, after all the legal battles that Biden threw at him, if he had done something illegal with Jeffrey Epstein, you would think they would have thrown that at him, no? They pulled out the stops on everything else. The only thing we can point to that was a no.
No, they can't. Because who is the most publicly involved with Jeffrey Epstein? Bill Clinton. They were running around with Bill Clinton. So no, they obviously couldn't actually hit Donald Trump on the Epstein because they were running around with Bill Clinton. That's part of the reason why the Democrats still aren't hitting the Epstein angle. I'll be going to the Republican-only dog park after work, and I'll do on-site journalism of what's going on with real MAGA Republican voters at 4 p.m. I'll ask them what their thoughts are and report back. My guest is still here. I'm going to bring him on in a second.